What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, I think the number one thing that I see as a question that's out there is always around how much people can make in dividends. Not only like how much they can make in dividends, but what's the number that they have to hold in their account in order to make a certain amount in dividends. And honestly, it's something that, always surprises me because the answer is simple. Like you can do the math, but it depends on what positions you have. Now, there are a lot of other positions where maybe you don't need as much depending on what the dividend percentage is. But if you want to take more of the safe route and consistently gain, a lot in dividends every single month, you have to kind of invest a lot of money in order to make a lot of money, if you know what I mean. So there are scenarios out there to where you can invest maybe a few tens of thousands of dollars and end up making $1,000 in dividends a month. It depends on what you invest in. However, those plays will be insanely risky. So I've seen a lot of videos where people have made these claims. You don't need as much as you think in order to make $1,000 consistently. The term that really bothers me, or the one part of that sentence that really bothers me, is the consistency part. Because consistently, you need to see growth. You need to see the same prices. You need to see the same, percentage rates, or an increase in that percentage rate. But most likely, you're not going to see that within those risky plays. So I wanted to take you through a scenario, right? And again, you can look at this however you want to look at it. I want to take you through a scenario of exactly how much you need in order to make $1,000 per month in dividends. So, guys, if you could, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you want to check out any of the links for different referral links down below, feel free to check that out, as well as my Patreon if you want to learn about dividend investing or stock market investing or cryptocurrency investing. I put a lot into that. But let's get into this because my portfolio, if you haven't seen my portfolio, it stands at about $12,000. This is my new dividend portfolio I created about 3 months ago. And if we look at the last 3 months, I'm up $409 or 3.5%. Now, consistently, we're seeing that growth, and that's something that I wanted. Now, I've seen other people that have had their dividend portfolios and it's like fluctuated like crazy because they invest into, you know, just everyday companies, right? Companies that pay a dividend but may not be the most reliable in paying that dividend. They have a horrible dividend history, but somehow they're offering 12% or 24% or 80% dividend yield. And honestly, that's not something that you can count on that's going to happen. Now, there are some out there that do consistently pay a high dividend, but I still consider them as a risk when it comes to the movement of the price, meaning that the dividend stays the same at like 12% or whatever it is, but the price absolutely swings up, down, left, right, and just doesn't look the same. One day it's $40, one day it's 10, another day it's 30, another day it's 5. It's like you can't have consistency or consistently make a certain amount when the price is fluctuating that much. You just can't. So the things that I'm holding within my portfolio, if you can see, let me go ahead and move me out of the way, like right in the middle of the screen. Things that I'm holding in my portfolio, I'm holding, Ford, which is a, just a company. You're looking at Realty Income. You're looking at some ETFs. I have SPHD. I have SPYD, I have FDVV, I have SCHD, I have JEPI, VYM, and KO, some companies as well as some ETFs. But majority of my money is in these ETFs. Like the most recent purchase that I made was SPYD. I spent $1,000 on that, which I just released for the last video, and you could see right here that I'm at $2,149 that I have invested into that play, meaning that I'm putting majority of the money, or let's say, what's the percentage? 18% of that money into this ETF. I also have a lot of money that's in Realty Income, which is sitting at $2,700.77, which is again 23% of the money that I put into this portfolio. Same thing goes for SPHD, where I have about $1,826, which is 15% of my entire portfolio. So you can see that I'm investing a lot into ETFs, things that are going to have consistency and consistently move. And that's the reason why in the last 3 months I am up consistently within this portfolio. Now, with that being said, if you're investing more of this conservative rate, how much do you really need in order to make $1,000 every single month? Well, if you see here, I have my portfolio, and I break this all down. I have my dividend tracker, and if you guys want a breakdown of a dividend tracker, I can go through, but I would have to uniquely put in positions for you guys. And I don't have every position that's out there, and every percentage yield or anything like that. It's not something that stays consistent at those rates. It always changes. Um, but I have this breakdown here, and I want to look at how much I need in my dividend portfolio in order to make $1,000 a month. Right now, I'm making $39 or $40 every single month from my dividend portfolio. And if I invested this 10 or 11 or $12,000 into more risky plays that will pay me 12% or 30% or 40% or whatever, I might end up having a lot more for the first month or the first quarter. However, after that quarter, it might be a little bit risky to see that take place. But I'm going to invest, basically simulate that I'm going to invest into a lot of these ETFs and put majority of the money into those ETFs. How much do I need in order to make $1,000? Well, you're going to see over here I have the projected amount, and I would probably put about 1,000. Have 1,000 shares of Realty Income, which would be at $58,000. I would have 600 of SPHD, which would be $25,000, $75,000 of SP or SCHD, which is a bigger play that's at about $75 per share. And then you have $700 for JEPI, which would be at $38,000. All of those combined, right, even if I took out all the rest of them, would get me to $1,022.77. And obviously, taking out some of those, it would be $1,004.38. So I would need to see this around. I would probably say that this would need to be up at like 700 shares. But either way, the point is that I would need to invest into all of these and invest in, let's just add these up, and it would be about $200,000 to $300,000 invested into these plays to end up gaining $1,000 every single month through dividends. Now, that's a lot of money, right? Currently, I have $12,000. I'm very far away from that point. So I will need to really work hard in order to get there. And people are like, I don't want to put away $200,000. If I have $200,000, I'm going to pay off all my bills and do all that stuff and whatever you need to do. True. If you have $200,000, then and you need to pay off your house and your car and all that stuff, it's great to be able to get that out of the way. Then you can fund your dividend account a lot more. However, if you're doing that together, right? If you're adding $1,000 here, paying off an extra $1,000 to your mortgage, or paying off your entire car or whatever within the next 3 months, but you're also funding your dividend account, you can do that simultaneously. You just have to make sure that you manage the money the right way. So for me, would love to get to this level. My goal is to be at about $500,000 or a $2,000 that I can gain per month in dividends. All of these are monthly paying, or the ones that I'm looking at are monthly paying 30-day dividend yields that you have on them. So every single month I can gain that amount. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys. We can go through how much you need in order to make 2,000, but literally you just double what you would have here, and that would give you 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000. But my goal is to get to that point so that I can fund a lot of things through just this this passive income that I have over here with these dividend plays. And yes, I am putting aside $200,000, but if you're putting aside even $50,000 with the risk of being at a lot lesser of a value because the stock price of that company is not consistent, then you're going to be giving up maybe half that play, because $50,000 would go down to $25,000 or go down to $10,000 because that play is just not consistent, right? Or the dividend is not consistently paying out. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this. Have you gotten to $1,000 worth of dividends, or is that your goal? Have you explored it at all? I think, yes, it is a lot of money, but it's something that you put aside. You have to put a lot of money into it. It's not like you lose that money. That money is always going to be yours. And if you needed to use it to pay off your mortgage, you can do that and start all over, start from scratch. But honestly, this is a way that you can gain a consistent passive income while also having the ability to grow your dividend account, if you wanted to just continue to throw that dividend money back into the portfolio or just watch the overall position grow over the next 10 years. Guys, let me know what you think about this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to get into dividend investing, I have my Patreon down below that you guys can sign up for and be a part of and communicate with me. Feel free to do so. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.